One of the more surprising games coming out of 2005 was the open world, what can I say, to a certain degree, a driving game that was based on the concept of the big blockbuster of that year, Mad Max Fury Road. The idea of the game was that you mainly drove your car through Australia, foraging through a post-apocalyptic primal world space where fire and fury is the maxim. Basically shoot first, then forage, for them to make it through the day. Water, food and fuel is scarce, so simple resources that we today take for granted have a magnified value in this dystopian future. It's as if the people in this dystopian world take what we take for granted and holds it up to a godly status, which is very interesting to witness and kind of sets a perspective. Something to garner from all of the post-apocalyptic movies and games, I suppose, but I digress. Let's not talk about the story, in that it is irrelevant. Well, it serves a purpose to fuel the protagonist forward, but does not serve any other function, which is good. As a matter of fact, I don't think an advanced story would suit the game that much, and would pretty much just work against what the game is trying to accomplish, which is creating a brainless, all fire and fury gameplay setting in a tribe-like world, to also reflect the gameplay. The world is massive and very empty, which could be seen as a bad thing by most, but it is this emptiness in my eyes which drives the story forward. The fact that it makes you appreciate what the world has to offer, as little as it is, and makes you appreciate the scenery and the gameplay, without getting bombarded by location after location, making you not appreciate the world. The open world is designed to be explored through driving. This is, before anything else, a driving game. The structure of the game is upgrading your car more and more, making it turn in the end into a machine. What can I say, a work of art, and all the car sounds, the sounds of the V8. The game is extremely good, and the fact of the matter is that it is you yourself that gets to choose how you want your car to look. So at the beginning of the game, you start out with just a piece of scrap. From there on to upgrade your car until it in the end lives up to the name as the Magnum Opus. What makes the game work is simply the visuals. Looking back to this game when it first came out in 2015, it looked way before its time. And why is this? Well, because the world is empty, and therefore made room for increased game engine usage, to the point where it looked extremely good for its time and it still holds up. Everything looks iconic, stylistic, the cars sound amazing, all around great sound department, and the color spectrum, to talk more about colors. It utilizes, for example, great contrasts in color from the barren look of the desert. Combine that with vibrant blues, greens, oranges. Simply stuck in my head for all these years. The game works and is extremely cheap as of now, so I highly recommend that you try it out.